This is the Scalper's Gold update for December 6th. Just going to go over the YM daily chart here quickly and get into some other stuff. But basically, we're in this kind of consolidation range here where the 13S, our daily bull bear line here, is holding the support. We had this flash down here on that Dubai news last week. Market though closed back into the above the 13S, so that holds. We've been going up and back and forth above and below the daily 5 period here. They've continued to poke higher, a few of these days here, like they're going to take that range out, but just no momentum, no volume coming in after they make those attempts and fallbacks into the range here. So still the chance of that kind of late December rally up through that 10,500 into the end of the year. Don't know that they'll do it, and we'll take a look at some things here. Let me pull in the BKX. Again, this is the bank index. Remember, the banks and technology pretty much led the way this summer to the upside. The candles here are for the bank index, and we talked about before strike one against the market was the bank index. The black line here is your SPX. For the first time since the summer, the BKX closed and got below the SPX. And you see where the BKX is now in this range. Our SPX is back up here. The red line here is technology, the technology ETF. Okay, that is still leading the SPX here. You can see the tail of it here, sitting right here. Strike two would be if that goes below our SPX there and stays below. So I just wanted to point that out. Strike one. We'll wait and see what happens there if technology can kind of finish things off into the end of the year. January may be shaky, but we'll see how they end this year. And then just take a peek at the I'll take a peek at the weekly here. Okay, the weekly, got a weekly market structure low that's formed. We're going to have a weekly long side trigger up at 10,510. That would trigger the weekly long, and that may be what takes us in if they're going to finally make that break. It may be off the weekly market structure low with that long trigger. Basically sitting right here. And then take a poke at the monthly here. Okay, monthly, still long obviously. And we've had this succession of higher monthly lows, higher highs here. We'll see if that continues, at least into the end of the year. Obviously, any news like that Dubai news we had that came out, we had that quick flash spike down. We talked about how we could see those kind of spike downs, spike ups outside of the consolidation range, but it really depends where they close. They've got to close. Just go back to the daily here for a sec. Okay, they've got to close. You see how they've come up, and but never. They've always closed back inside the range here. We need to see this thing come up, close above that area, and if they can do that, then maybe we see that that run into the end of the year. But again, any kind of news, anything out there that develops, obviously we can. The key would be to get a close below the 13S. If we get a close below the 13S, then maybe testing the 50-day moving average here. So keep an eye on that. Okay, I've pulled in. This is the new system that I'm releasing You can get this at scalpersgold.com. It's the ATM trading system, and basically the basically looking for this trend line here to split this, get the price bars to split that trend line. In this case, we're looking for shorts, as this bar is red. Blue, we'd be looking for longs. Our ATM line is red, saying that the momentum is down to the downside. We're just going to go short at the market once this bar closes, as it splits the line, closes below the line. The scalp portion of the trade is just managed by your little ATM line here, the momentum. We can stay short until those momentum bars. We get 2 consecutive pullbacks in momentum. That ends the short portion of the trade. This happens to be the NQ. That's for the kind of the newer traders. Those with more experience can use as long as these bars remain red, you can stay short. As long as these bars remain red, you can stay short. And you can see nice big move there until the momentum change to the positive side. You can exit there, or when the bar turns back, those price filter bars turn back blue. The other system that you're probably already familiar with, and that's the Scalper's Gold system. Let me just run this one by you, because this is what we look for. Here was the action last week on the 4th. Had a short signal at 10,472. You know, it was kind of choppy in here, but this system is built to keep those losses small and allow those winners to run. So there was a short there at 472. Came down, got our first stop where this blue dot is. That wasn't hit. Got another leg down. Came back up. Got our second stop, our lower stop to protect profits. That was taken out. And then got another short signal here. Our trend was, still neutral to red. Means we can take shorts. We're not looking for longs. Got a short there at 10,439. Okay, got our first stop there after our protective stop was in at 10,403. Okay, you see that was not hit. Rolled over again. Actually got another short signal at 10,387 if you missed the first one there, which hopefully you wouldn't have. And finally came down all the way to 10,300 before it was stopped there at 10,321 for 118 points. But you see how the Scalper's Gold system kept you in that trade, showed you exactly where you had to put the stops. The stops were perfect, couldn't have been a tick closer. Okay, you can use this system no matter what you trade, no matter how you determined your entry. You can use this system to manage your trades, to keep the losses small and let the winners run, or you can use the system signals. Can you afford to be without this type of system to manage your trades? I think you owe it to yourself to maybe check this out and give yourself a little Christmas gift, so you've got something to go into the new year with, to keep those losses small and let those winners run. All right, hope you have enjoy the rest of the weekend here, and we'll see you next week. Do it all again.